Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to another session of Suconvo. I hope everyone is having a great day. I hope everyone has been positive, and I hope everyone's still trying to come down for this age of exposure this week in regard to the pro-Black conscious YouTube community being exposed. I just want to say that, I was going to come in and do a video about that, but I got receipts on Black Junction TV. Go on over there and check me out. We're not going to focus on that today. We're going to focus on this move back to Africa situation that we have going on. And I wanted to come in here and just give you guys some information about this and so why I just do not have a good feeling about this. And there's several reasons why, but the biggest concern that I do have is that why the big push for us to get over here now, which is what I fail to understand about the whole situation. If anyone, has been looking into, Pan-Africanism and, getting back over to the continent and visiting and doing all this stuff, you guys will know that Ghana has had this basically open door policy. I would say about maybe like 1995, if I'm not mistaken. It's been here for a long time where they have had their open door policies where African Americans, assuming that, other Black people in the diaspora will have that opportunity to do that. They've been doing this for a long time, so why the sudden push now to get us Black Aboriginal Americans to get back over here to the motherland? And now I do want to just say this, I have no issues in regards to us as Black people on this earth gathering up and going back to the motherland and making things much better. Like, that would be a dream come true. But in the current society that we live in, that is not possible. So first and foremost, I want to talk about how this is an article that I pulled up back from 2007. In regards, Ghana upholds the spirit of Pan-African citizenship. The article goes into detail in regards to, like how, this has been going on for a long time. Some of the things that Ghana was planning on doing by having that open door policy. Of course, I'll leave the link for the article in the description for you. And, so you guys can read through it yourself and see that this is not something that's just new. This is not something that just happened, in the last 2 to 3 years. So it's been on the books in Ghana for a long time, that you can travel back and forth to that country and do as you please. It looks like, I know there were a lot of questions in the, atmosphere, the environment about this question is that, are they offering citizenship? And I don't know. To me, it looks like it's just a visa policy where you are able to go back and forth and do as you please. But will this be a policy in regards to you able to go over there, set up shop, open up your business, and do what you have to do to make, the economy within Ghana, places in Ghana, Accra, wherever, much better, But, in regards to that I still have to give it a little side eye, because if they are going to offer citizenship to us, what about the people in Ghana that's already there? What about their well-being? What about their businesses? If you're a Black American, you're like, hey, I got a gas station, I can go over and open up a gas station. What about the Ghanaian that's over there with his gas station, her gas station? Are you then going to put them out of business because you have more money? Your American dollars are worth more, so you can do more with your gas station than what he or she can? So we do have to look into that, and that's when I came across this article here. Looks like this was back in 2001. Let me repeat that. This is back in 2001. Where it looks like a woman here decided to go and spend some time over in Ghana, and she just talked about her experiences there and other people's experiences also. The article basically says, for African Americans in Ghana, the grass isn't always greener. Now, I bet this is back in 2001. It is 2018, so that has been a good little minute since this article has came out. But at the same time too, it's like, has things really changed? Has the economy in Ghana really changed? What are the things that's going on in Ghana? So, just to get into the article a little bit, I'll just read the first paragraph here. It says, Kwaku Misa, a popular comedian here, likes to tell a joke about the African American who immigrates to Ghana. Brother, I found my roots, the African American crows. A local shakes his head, wondering why anyone with a coveted United States passport would choose to move to Ghana. And this is correct. And this is why I'm like, a lot of people that's co-signing with this whole agreement has not really traveled and experienced international life outside of America. And like, a lot of people do think and understand, well, oh my gosh, you have an American passport, so that means you can go everywhere. That's true. We can go everywhere to vacation and to travel, but to actually go somewhere and start a business and work and go to school, we have to have certain visas and certain types of paperwork before we can do that. For instance, I decided that I wanted to go to England. I'm about to say British Columbia. I'm crazy. I wanted to go to England and work and go to school and start a new life. Me, yet again, being a naive American, sitting up here thinking, well, with my passport, I could just go over here and work. No. I had to also obtain a work visa before I could do anything in England. Now, of course, I was not a doctor. I am not a lawyer. I am not a person that has a high value profession. So, of course, I would have had to get a regular work visa. Now, this has been years ago. I can't remember the exact specifics in regards to, what visa I needed. But at that time, the only one that I could apply for was a volunteer visa. And that means I was going to come over here and volunteer to work and not make no money. So people have to understand that you having a United States passport is a huge thing to other people. They look at that as a piece of gold. And to sit up here and think that you're going to, exchange that to go and live over in Ghana, not saying that Ghana's a bad place, but in this current economic state, in this current world that we live in, having a United States passport and United States citizenship is huge. I'll go into that more later or have another video. But yes, this is why I say the grass is not always greener on the other side. And so, we too as, African Americans, Aboriginal Americans, we too have to look at ourselves as colonizers too. Because, unless you have a high position of authority or a high job title to go over here to parts of Ghana and parts of Africa, to a mass exodus, it's gonna be pretty difficult to get everything started up for you, because this is not a thriving country such as America. We don't know how the system works over there in parts of Accra and parts of Ghana and parts of Africa too. So we do have a higher currency, so we can go over here too and potentially put them into oppression or suppression, depending on what type of job or business that we want to go in here and do. We want to talk about the Chinese coming over here and taking over. We can potentially do that too. So we have to be careful about that when we're in this conversation about mass exodus back over to Africa. The second thing that I want to talk about is how does the local government work over there in parts of Africa? Because I have a husband. He is from the Republic of Benin. If you haven't heard of that country in Africa, that's good, because they are a wholesome and happy people, and they're also the home of voodoo. So my husband comes from there. We've been following the politics over in Benin, and we all know about the young Patrice Talon. That was a whole crazy thing when that whole political thing was going on with the Republic of Benin. But yeah, Patrice Talon is now over there. He's actually going through the net neutrality that we so hard and so desperately fight for over here in America. He's actually putting that into play. Like, Patrice Talon is straight out here, got people and charging them, to use WhatsApp and to use Viber. Benin is the latest African nation taxing the internet. So, dude, what's going on? What's going on? Parts of Africa? Like, what I'm saying? We out here hard in the paint for the net neutrality over here in America. Y'all over here taxing the internet? So I'm telling y'all right now, you need to calm down with this whole mass exodus situation over into Ghana, parts of Benin, or anything like that. Has anybody even, did a search into the Safer Franc? Has anybody even did that and did the calculation to the monetary system? Yeah, it's great and it's fine and dandy when yeah, you could take a couple of $100 million of your money and go over to Ghana and then live. But like I said before, it's a totally different thing over there. It's not the same. And when I talk about, the government system over there in Ghana or parts of Africa, I have to remind myself, not myself, I have to remind other people, like, do we even know as Americans how our branch of government works? Because I know a lot of people do, stop and believe that the government is just Democrats and Republicans and the president. No, it's a whole power structure that goes into the United States government. And although we all love to look at the federal level like it's, a reality TV show, start looking into your local and state governments, you guys. I really do hope that you guys can start doing that, because there's a whole nother world out there that does not revolve around the president of the United States of America, and that you are able to make changes and differences within your communities and your cities that you live in, my black people. It's not all about, the Republicans and the Democrats and the president. Go out into your local parts of government and do the things that you need to do. We got Jewel Jones here, young black man, youngest black state lawmaker in America. Now, you probably heard about him. You probably didn't. But this young kid is making money. And I don't know what his intentions are. I don't know what he got going on. But I myself, from my personal life experiences, know that there are a whole lot of councilmen and lawmakers that all they have is a high school education. And if they too can get into a position of power, I think you and me can do the same thing too. So this is why I advise to get jobs that are able to make differences within the community. Because it is going to start with you and me, with pure intentions and a good heart, to get this thing started and kicked off. But anyways, yes, like I said before, we need to come over here and check out, how the whole government works in Ghana. Since everybody's trying to push back to Ghana, the little bit of research I was able to do into it looks like they had 3 political parties, 3 political systems. I do believe foreign relations, judicial, and administrative. Probably some other things out there too. Links out there, internet's out there. Go ahead and do that search for yourself. So, yeah, it looks like, they really don't have a system that's set up like here in America where, there are different levels to, the political system where, things can be made a difference at different levels. The last time I checked, when it comes to a lot of African nations, there are presidents that are like running for like 10, 15, 20, 30, 45, 55, 60 fucking years. And sometimes till they're dead. I mean, the last time I checked, there are a couple of nations out there. I do believe in the Republic of Benin, the president has a term of 7 years, and then they vote again, and then he can come back in and do another 7 years. And I think that can continue until he's just tired of running for president or he dies. So that's why I'm like, my black people of America, we need to understand that, yeah, you don't need to be doing no mass exodus over here to these countries until you understand and know what you're dealing up and what you're dealing with. The next thing I want to talk about was this young newspaper being written in Mandarin over here in Zambia. And anybody that knows anything in regards to how a country or a state or a city is ran, if there's hold off articles in the newspaper in a foreign language, you've been bought and you've been sold, and good luck. Good luck. Yeah, I'm just letting you know, right. In all my years of living in America, in all my years of living in America, I haven't seen a hold off news article printed in Mandarin. Now, you go over to the classified section, yeah. An advertisement, an advert? Yeah. Hold off article, I don't see, yeah, that's a hold off article written straight up and down Mandarin in Zambia's state-owned newspaper. So my people, if the newspaper has been bought, the government has been bought. And unfortunately for me, as a Aboriginal American of this country, who has had stories and photos and artifacts passed down to me from my grandmother and my grandfather, who knows where they come from and know that I was here long before the slave trade. Yeah, I'm not moving in mass exodus to Africa. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So you guys let me know what you think. Choose wisely if you are planning on to move to Africa. I would highly advise, if that is your choice to do, is to just go and visit the countries in Africa, because they're absolutely beautiful. They're wonderful. I mean, Benin, Ghana, Senegal, Mali, Burkina Faso, all these places are beautiful places with so much rich culture. Use our black dollars to go and visit these places and understand the people and our people, because we are the same. We have cultural differences. We grew up in different environments, but we're all the same people. So use your money for that. If you wanna help a mass exodus to Africa, go over there, build relationships, network. You spend your time traveling over to Accra, parts of Ghana, West Africa, parts of Africa, and building technology. And then your comrades come over to America and use our technology. Let's use the resources that we have, to make things better and to bridge the gap. Not mass exodus from a place where we already got a little bit of control. We got a little bit. Come on, you guys. We got a little bit of control as Aboriginal Americans. But anyways, let me know what you think. Yet again, thanks again for listening, you guys. I do appreciate it. As always, have a great day and speak soon.